My name is Sherry Turkle, and I study technology and culture. And my big idea is that we face a crisis in empathy and that we can cure it with conversation. These days, we readily admit that in business and in love, we would often rather text or message or send an email than talk face to face. Why? We can control our time, we can multitask, and we can have the feeling that we're getting things right. And it all adds up to a flight from conversation, at least from the kinds of conversation that's open-ended and spontaneous, the kinds of conversation in which we play with ideas, in which we allow ourselves to be fully present and fully vulnerable. Yet those are exactly the kinds of conversations in which empathy flourishes and intimacy flourishes. Distracted at our dinner tables and our living rooms, at our business meetings and in our classrooms, we find traces of a new silent spring, which is the term that Rachel Carson coined when we were ready to see that with technological change had come an assault on our environment. Now we've arrived at another moment of recognition. But this time, technology is implicated in an assault on empathy. Research shows that even a silent phone on a lunch table between two people causes them to share less with each other. In another experiment, the very presence of a phone on the periphery of a landscape, kind of in the periphery of your vision, leaves people feeling less connected to each other, less interested in each other, less empathic toward each other. So it's not surprising that in the past 20 years, we've seen a 40% decline in the markers for empathy among college students. But we're resilient. The human spirit is resilient. In one study, in only 5 days at a summer camp with no devices, with no electronic devices, children begin to relearn the ability to identify with the feelings of others. How do they do that? They talk to each other. Face-to-face conversation is the most human and the most humanizing thing that we do. So this isn't about giving up our phones, it's about using them mindfully. And when we do, conversation is there to reclaim, for the failing connections of our digital age, it's the talking cure. Thank you.